Luigi Tramontana here from Craft Animations. I am going to talk to you about the MotionFilterCam. This camera is the, every camera animator must have this camera because it makes a cameraman's life so much easier. Because with this camera you get this organic, nice feel, non-static feel immediately without even trying to, you don't even have to make an effort to get it. And I will show you why here just in a few minutes. As you see here, we have I have selected a scene here which is very complex, and lo and behold, it's full of camera rigs. And just as a little thing here, I use this camera everywhere because it just makes everything so much more nice. So you see MotionFilterCam, etc. So these are rigs that I will show you here quickly. Since I'm running Camtasia here, I can't actually run the rig in full real time, but it will be nice. So also in this scene I have the camera switcher, the multi-state cam. That's also a tutorial you should take a look at because that's a really fast. So I switch between the cameras with my number keys on the keyboard. Okay, so if I just actually, we need to kill the high polys here because they will disturb the recording otherwise. Okay, so I just hit record here, and I will show you a few cameras and then go into the specifics. So yeah, as you see here, it begins to lag here. Anyway, so this first camera is mimicking a person trying to follow these two cars in a natural manner, and this is what the MotionFilterCam does. It creates a non-perfect cameraman. Next camera we have from the driver's seat, and as you see here, the car is actually wobbling and bouncing and stuff due to the interaction with the road, and the driver of course wiggles his head and stuff because of these motions. And this is what you get from the MotionFilterCam. Just put a MotionFilterCam in the driver's seat and you'll get this. Now in this scene I can of course do more. I can have a look at different things in the environment here and yeah, do more stuff, but you can actually get this scene from our home page and use it to convince your boss or anything that this is something you really need. And there's a tutorial on how to use this very scene also, so go and get it. Now the fourth camera is a MotionFilterCam mounted in the front of the car, and as you can see here, it is not a static mount, because a static mount looks like this, the fourth camera, and this is not beautiful. I mean, this is immediately telling everyone that this is a computer animation. No vibrations on the camera and nothing. And while this camera reacts to the motion of the car, the actual bumps, so it just makes everything look awesome. The fifth camera is from a helicopter view. Same thing here as the first camera. It's a cameraman that tries to follow these cars as good as possible, but he's not perfect, as I said, so he actually lags sometimes, goes in front of the car sometimes, depending on the situation. So that's a few uses that you can use the MotionFilterCam for. Now let's go into the specifics here. I have actually saved a scene in which I have keyframed a few things so that we can easily have a look at what's happening. Okay, so here we have the MotionFilterCam, and the first thing I will show you here is that this camera actually consists of two cameras. Now why is that? Well, it's because this follow cam, which is simply a child to this rig, to this attached cam here, nothing special about it. This follow cam will try to follow the attached cam as good as possible. That's the whole idea here. You attach or link or parent the attached cam to something that moves. for example, your previous camera shots, your previous camera animations, and you make them so much more organic just by adding this to your exact position where you have that camera, and just parent it to it and film from this follow cam instead. Okay, so now I have a little animation here, as I said, so that we can be a little bit quicker. It goes there and stops and then swings back like this, and we will have a look at what different presets does to this camera tool. And what we have here is a set of parameters first. Now these parameters are quite simple, not many at all. So it's quite a simple tool when it comes to how many parameters there are, but this is the most sophisticated camera craft animations offer, because the rotational part here is totally unique. You won't find this anywhere, I promise you. And that's what makes it. The secrets that we have found on rotational filters is just amazing stuff. So this is what makes the whole thing. Now the translational parts, this is the translational section, this is the rotation section, and they have the exact same parameters, and the concept is the same. If you fixate the translations, well, then you don't move the attached cam. Whenever it moves, the follow cam is just glued to it immediately. And if you don't, then you have the response factor here, which tells the camera how fast it should react to it. So let's just hit record here once. So you see, the MotionFilterCam is delayed with respect to the let's move that a little bit, to the attached cam. And if I would like to have the same behavior on the camera, meaning with the same smoothing, it smooths out bounces in the motion. So if you want the same behavior but stiffer, just multiply a factor on it. Here I multiply 10 times on both, and let's see what happens there. I haven't done anything to the rotations. Yeah, okay, that can sometimes happen. It's a little bit too stiff on the smoothing, so be a little bit careful. Good that you saw that, so you don't get surprised if it happens to you. And this is due to the fact that it just races away. But what you can see here is that it's much tighter now. Just follows the attached cam much tighter. And to begin with, and the same goes for the rotations here, but to begin with, you should just use one of these many presets that we have fixed for you. So if you want a bouncy one, well, let's have a look at that one, what that one does. Well, as you see here, you get a very small smoothing factor and quite big response factor. Then you have this kind of behavior. Boing, and here you can see it even more. Boing, like that. It's more of a funny kind of effect. And if we check out the tight here instead, then we would have this kind of behavior. You see, then it's very tight, and you have 1,000 here and 20 on the translations. So that one follows almost exactly, but not exactly. That's the point here. It's not exactly after the animation curves and the movement, so you get this little delay. This is, for example, let's have a look at the car iron rig that we had before on the car. Now this one is even more stiff when it comes to the rotations, and its translations are fixed actually. The same would go for the driver's seat cam. But anyway, so I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, because I need to quit it here now. But this is a must for everyone that wants to make organic and realistic camera motion with ease. Thank you very much.